Good day, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the start of a new series here in Farming Simulator 25. We're on the Calmlands map, and we're going to be taking on a challenge that was designed and initiated by Zoich Farming. It's a one-title challenge here on the Calmlands, where you're coming into the game with a starting bank balance of $100,000. You are going to take $500,000 in a loan. The idea is to purchase tile 46 and build up a farm in there and pay off that $500,000 loan. That's the main goal of the challenge here. So when you enter into the game with those settings, starting from scratch, $100,000 in the bank, $500,000 in loan, you're going to start with starting equipment. You sell all that equipment off, and then you go ahead and purchase field 46. Right, and once you purchase field 46, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put this this shed right here anywhere in your starting tile. I've put it very central. Right, my idea is to just have a central yard here with fields on either side. And the other thing is that, well, this is just me personally. I put a field, or not a field, sorry. I put a fence around my property so that I don't bleed into the other tiles. So that's the starting shed. And then let's hop back up to the shop. We're going to buy the starting tractor as well. There's International 1206 that you have to purchase. It's in small tractors. Here it is. For this challenge, you're allowed to go up to ultra power for additional $100,000, 300 horsepower. But for me, my wrinkle to the challenge is that I'm not going to take that. I'm just going to leave it at the 95 horsepower here. I'll put a front rate and no plates for me. I think that should be it. And that's the starting tractor there. And there is a trailer as well that you need to start with. This J50. Bump the capacity up to 8,500. I'm going to go no plate again. And I'm just going to leave it there. Just purchase that as well. And that is your starting equipment. That's the only equipment that you need to, well, I should say this is the equipment that you cannot sell throughout the challenge. So this will be with us for the entire series. Hey guys, jumping back here and here, I had a bit of a issue with the recording, but you will notice that in editing. So let me go ahead. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab myself a water barrel to start with here. I'm going to be putting down some greenhouses to give us some passive income throughout the months. All right, so let's get hooked up here to the water barrel. The other thing is, for this challenge, I'll be doing this primarily in time-lapse. Just gonna go through the initial setup and thought process here with you. And obviously in a challenge like this, there's not much we can do to jumpstart our finances. So we're gonna have to unfortunately start with some grass work and some silage. But what I'll do, I'm going to not let you sit through that. I'm going to be doing that off camera and bring you back in afterwards. All right. What I'll do, I'll just come in here and set things up so we can have an idea of how I'll be setting up my farm. All right. As I said, I'm going to be putting down some greenhouses. Right about here, I'm just gonna put everything like central, build around this central point here. So let's park up here and get started. The other thing is, since I did not take the upgrade, I'm actually going to remove the money for it so that I can start on par with everyone else. So for me, I'm starting out with 94,200. So let me go into the construction menu here. First things first, I'm going to put down a water source. I'm going to use this nice looking well. Try to get it central as I could. That's a good spot. And now I'll put down the greenhouses. So I'll use these open gardens from Omatana. Plan on running sunflowers in one of them. And for the other one, I'll run some lettuce initially. Or maybe some peas. I'm just going to check some here if we have enough space for one of these gardens here. Just as a... to put something at the entry point here. But for that, I'm going to need seed as well. So let me just figure this out as well. Yeah, so I have space. If I want to add that, I'll add it a little later. The other thing is I'm going to... whoa. All right. Sorry about that. Yes, the other thing is I'm going to add a selling point here. It's going to be a market. All right. And then we'll put down one of these generators here so that we can sell some bottled gas as well for people's barbecues, etc. All right, let's just take a look here. So that's good. Hopefully we'll be producing some of these produce and selling them here at the farmers market, at our farmers market, which they did at the wonderful people of Comlands as they go to and from work. You know, they can come and purchase from us here. And now I'm just going to go and put some water, get these greenhouses going. So let me come in here and do sunflowers in this one. And initially, let me think about it. Initially, I'll just start with some lettuce in here. Maybe add another greenhouse at a later date. So let's activate the lettuce. Let me slow down my... I'll slow down my movement shortly. The other thing is this grass isn't going to be ready to cut or anything until next month. So let's put down a sleep trigger as well. So for that, I'll use one of these tents. Let me just make sure it's the right way around. Yep, so I'm just going to put it here. All right, so that's our sleep trigger. That's where we're going to sleep. So for, as I said, I'm going to get all this grass cut. So my only thing that I'm thinking about is if I should go ahead and go with a baler and a wrapper, or should I save some money, just get a cheap forage wagon. I found this one for $5,600 here, and fill up some silage pits. I think I may go that route because what I will do then is to get started with some sheep very early. There's the apple production as well that I want to put down, but I'm not going to put it down until I cut the grass. All right, so guys, hope to see you in the comments, interact with you there. Let me know what you're liking the series, if there's anything that you want to see. I will be recording a couple of these, like probably about 5 of them back to back, and yeah, posting them over time. Editing for me is not the fastest thing right now, so you know, still learning, getting my feet wet. So guys, hope to interact with you in the comments. I will see you, as I said, the remaining of this challenge. I'll run primarily in time lapse. All right. Oh, one other thing is the shed that we have here. You have the option to keep it or move it anywhere around, or you can sell it. I think what I'll be doing, I may be selling this one. I've used this already previously, and it's a little difficult getting in and out with the equipment, so we'll probably use another shed, but I'll start with it for sure. And let's get some water into the other open garden, and also figure out what it is that we're going to be doing. For sure we'll get more windrow and maybe the forest wagon, and go with the silage pit. And then I will figure out if I will use like a conveyor belt to get the silage out, or a bucket. I think I may prefer the conveyor belt, you know, but yeah, I'll think about it as I go up and try to figure out what should I buy, what should be my initial purchases for our little farm here. I'm gonna go get the trailer, bring it back down to our farmyard, and figure out what is it that I'm going to do, strategize on that, and make those initial purchases, and then get right into cutting the grass and either baling it or putting it in a silage pit. As I said, the silage pit seems to be winning right now in my thoughts, so I'll see you guys again. As I said, hope to see you in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking, guys. Hopefully this should be a good one. I'm looking forward to this challenge. I really like things like this, so see you in the comments. Hopefully you're entertained with this one. Really looking forward to it, and we'll be starting up the time lapse.